I just gave my buddy here a little gift of something that I think he was going to enjoy.
Oh, it's amazing. Cuban cigar.
Juan López, baby. Let me show the camera. I've had these in my humidor for quite some time now. And the other day we were talking about the Flor de Tampa, which is, of course, my pride and joy. Let me grab one so you guys can see what I mean. Here's Flor de Tampa, which is our Tampa Cuban-made cigar, with an Ecuador Habano Sumatra wrapper. But this is a Cuban cigar with a Corojo
yeah.
wrapper.
Which is
And people always,
characteristic from Cuba.
And look at the ash. I mean, here's another interesting thing about Cuban cigars. The ash on them is always a little darker. It's just the way Cuban cigars are. They just have a dark ash. It's the Cuban tobacco. But so people always ask, and I know you're here in the shop. You give me a hand all the time. You always help me. And people always come back and ask, well, the Cubans, this and that, yada yada yada. There's one thing I can say about the Cubans. When they're good, they're freaking really good.
They're really good.
But the flavor and the aroma and the aroma mostly is distinctive on Cuban cigars.
As soon as you light up the Cuban cigar, the aroma gives it away.
It gives it away.
If you smoke cigars, as soon as you light it up, the aroma just gives it away. It's distinctive. There's no other cigar that smells the same.
No. And let me tell you, I mean, I'll tell you guys right now, I think this is a work of art, what we did here with the cigar. And it burns beautiful, and it's got an amazing flavor, and it's darn close. But I really do think that when you go back to the basics and you smoke a Cuban cigar, it's just, there's something about it.
It's just like everybody says.
They're in their own category.
Cuban cigars are in their own category. There's nothing when like people come, what will be close to a Cuban cigar? Another Cuban cigar.
That's right.
What will be close to a French wine? Another French wine. It's the same thing. This cigar, the aroma, the taste, it's good. It's just, I mean, Cuban cigars are just good. Everybody knows it. It's just really good. The taste, the burn, the aroma.
And these are an interesting cigar because it's a short Robusto, but it's packed with a lot of flavor. And it's short, but it's pungent. You know what I mean?
And Juan López. I haven't heard about Juan López.
Well, okay, let me put it this way. You're going to hear more about Cohiba.
Yes.
You're going to hear more about Romeo and Julieta, Partagas, yada, 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 all Montegrito, all the classic brands. Yeah. Juan López is actually one of the oldest brands in Cuba.
Okay.
But it's, I would say, one of the more obscure ones you don't hear as much about.
No, I haven't heard about it.
Now you're smoking Cubans, Everybody makes a big deal about them.
Because they're good?
Because they're good. But
I mean,
you know what? When you have good ones, they're great ones.
I mean...
But when you have shitty ones, chances are they're fake as hell.
Yes.
Let me just put that out there.
If you're paying $5, $6 for a Cuban cigar, by now everybody should know that they are fake, that they're not real, they're not true A quality Cuban cigars.
And let me just say, I've had these in the humidor sitting for quite some time. They're aged, and these were actually brought back by a friend of mine that went down there. So they came from the Casa del Habano in Havana, very reputable location, and very good cigars.
It's just good. It's just good. I mean, like you said, Cuba is good, great at making cigars. The whole world knows
it was the Holy Grail. Yeah, it was.
It's still fantastic. And we have great cigar makers here. We got the Fuente, you got the Padrones. It's all great.
Padrones, all great cigars.
But
Nicaragua is in a league of its own. Dominican Republic as well.
Yeah.
But you're right. I would put the Cubans in one category, and the other ones as good? Yes, they are.
Yes.
Can they compete with the Cubans? Absolutely. But, you know, these Cuban cigars, when they're good.
Can they compete? Yes. Can they win? I don't know. I mean, you know.
Well, I don't sell Cuban cigars, so I'm still going to say
Yeah.
the non-Cubans are definitely
No,
great.
the non-Cubans are amazing. Like I said, we got like great name brands, and everybody knows those. They're
I mean,
really
the
good.
Opus X's.
The Opus X's. I mean,
Like you said,
the Padron.
Padrones.
You know, I mean,
1926,
the pure
1964.
Dominican cigars. You know, they're great.
Flor de Tampa.
Flor de Tampa.
It's the best.
Flor de Tampa.
Serafin de Cuba.
A true Habano. Flor de Tampa, like I said, is a true Habano. So if you're a Habano smoker, you're gonna love the Flor de Tampa. So yeah, there's a big competition out there for the Cuban cigars, but you know, it's they're on the league of their own. You know.
Let me just say this: if you are a cigar smoker and you like good cigars, okay, like we told the person earlier that walked in here, young guy, it doesn't matter where the hell the cigar comes from or what the rating is, or if you enjoy it and you like it, it doesn't matter what it costs. As long as you enjoy it and you like it, that's what counts.
Yeah. The best cigar is the one you enjoy. That's what we've been saying always. The best cigar is the one you enjoy.
And it doesn't matter what rating it has. It doesn't matter how much it costs.
No, it's you know, it's just the one you enjoy. The best cigar is the one you enjoy. And like I've told you before, right now, one of the cigars that I truly like a lot is Flor de Tampa. And you know I'm a Padron 64 smoker. That's the only box press that I like, but the Flor de Tampa is just an amazing cigar, and I really enjoy that cigar.
Me too. Me too. We'll smoke some of those this weekend. But this video here was not something we were going to do at all.
No.
This just kind of came out of nowhere. It's almost 6 o'clock on Friday. And I said, hey, Fernando, you know what? I've had a long day. I had some issues earlier, which I told you about.
Yeah.
Nothing bad, just problems and shit. But anyway, I said, I'm going to bring out something special that we're going to smoke together and you're going to enjoy. Because I know when I gave him the cigar, that look on his face, they say, you know what? I'm going to take this home and I'm going to smoke it. No, you're not. You're going to smoke it here with me.
Yeah, I'm going to smoke it here. So, yeah, well, as soon as I saw it, I knew it was a Cuban cigar. And I'm like,
I mean, it's that reddish wrapper.
It's this Corojo wrapper.
We want to do a cigar like this with this wrapper coming soon to a theater near you.
Yes, it's going to be coming. And I'll be making the reviews as soon as they come out. Like you guys know, I'll have the review out before almost anybody. I'll have the review out, and we'll see if, you know, the Corojo is the wrapper that we need to get.
I like those wrappers a lot. I mean, this is definitely a distinctive wrapper because it's very cute. Yeah. It's a Cuban wrapper. It's a Corojo Cuban. It's been, you know, planted in other places as well. We'll see if we can come up with something close to this. That's what we're going to shoot for.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
But right now, as far as this one is concerned, what do you think about it? It's about a quarter, a half inch already.
Yeah.
So what do you think? I'm going to tell you what I think first, though. I'm getting right now like notes of like cocoa, and the flavor is really picking up. It's a strong cigar, definitely medium to full. So you're right when you say that some people, oh, I had a really mild Cuban. Well, I don't know which one they're smoking.
Yeah, there's no mild.
There's no mild Cubans, but. No. What are your thoughts, train of thought about this one?
Yeah, it's really good. You get that earthiness, and I know I don't like to describe it like chocolate or earthy, but you do get that earthiness, that full flavor of a nice tobacco. No spiciness, which you know I'm against spicy cigars, so there's no spiciness. It's just smooth, full flavor cigar, and that's what it is, a full flavor cigar. And as soon as we lit it up, it's, you know, you can get the aroma and the smell and the taste of it right away. And I think that's one of the biggest difference between the Cuban cigars and any other cigars is you need other cigars to burn at least a quarter of an inch before you get the flavor of the cigar. Cuban cigars, once you light it up, right away you get the flavor of it, and then as it burns a quarter of an inch or half an inch, you get the real flavor of the cigar, and then you can smoke it. Let's say all the way down to the bottom, you can smoke it, and you'll get an amazing flavor. And yes, whoever says that they had a mild Cuban cigar, well, maybe you're not smoking a Cuban cigar.
I'm back. Just wanted to pour a drink. We're gonna go ahead and do a little bit of sampling with this, right? Let's go ahead and sample this right now. Diplomatico rum. And this bottle was a gift by my good friend Kirk, who's in New Jersey. Yeah. He loves this stuff. So big shout out to my buddy up there. And go ahead and have a little drink.
Salud. Salud.
Ah, that's good. This is the Diplomatico Reserva Exclusiva. Ron Antiguo. It's good stuff. Sadly enough, my bottle of Barrilito from Puerto Rico is killed. It was done. Also a very good rum. Maybe we'll sample this one in one of the videos.
One of these days we'll sample it.
My
But
coveted bottle of 3-star Barrilito. Hey, your wife is down there. Have her bring me back a bottle.
Barrilito, yeah. But no, el ron Diplomatico. You get the sweetness, the taste of the rum. The really great rum, and it pairs really well with. I think for me, aged rum pairs really well with any Cuban cigar or any Habano. It just pairs really well. But Diplomatico, it's great.
Good cigar.
Oh man, it's really, really good. So yeah, so a really great cigar. Look, burns extremely well. The flavor is just getting better as you smoke it. And yes, it's a medium to full body, but not really that strong. It's just the taste, the flavor, the intensity of the flavor of the tobacco of the cigar is right here. So,
and I'll go ahead and get you guys the history on this brand. Just to give you guys.
This is the first time that I've smoked the Juan
telling
López.
me
The
that.
first time that I've smoked this one. So
I've had these before, and everybody when they go to Cuba or other places, they say, "Bring me back Cohiba, bring me back Romeo, Juliet, yada yada yada." Honestly, there's some brands in Cuba that are lesser known, that are very good. For example, Juan López.
Juan López, yeah.
Quintero is another one. They used to be made in Cienfuegos. I don't know about anymore, but that's another good one. La Flor de Cano. Flor de Cano is another one.
Yeah.
And these are the more obscure brands that the Cuban government still makes. And again, I'm not a proponent about smoking the Cuban cigars. God knows that I have my problems with the Cuban government. That's not going to change. But we're talking about tobacco, we're talking about cigars.
Yes.
When they're good, they're good.
When they're good,
I'm
they're
not going to say anything bad about that.
But since you can't get these cigars, what you can get is Flor de Tampa. That's the one that you can get. So you can't get these Cuban cigars, but what we do want you to buy is Flor de Tampa, true Habano. It's a true Ecuador, Sumatra wrapper with a Dominican and Nicaraguan filler. So get one. You're very close to a Cuban cigar.
There's the label.
There it is. Yep.
And I just wanted to wrap up a Friday afternoon with a good cigar, because it's been a little bit of a stressful day, like I said. So, but this is a good way to finish a day with this little guy.
So it's a great way.
It's a Robusto size. It's just a nice little short smoke, but pungent, definitely pungent.
Yes, a nice short smoke with a lot of flavor. It's a great way to wrap up any week. That's a great way to wrap up any week.
There's the label.
Yep. So.
And you know something? I have about a handful of these in my humidor. I'm definitely going to hold on to them. That was the intention anyway, but...
yeah. Oh, but thank you very much. This
welcome.
was a great surprise. I mean, I know he told me he was going to get me a cigar. I didn't know it was going to be this one, but as soon as I saw it,
I like to surprise this guy.
I was like, oh, okay, thank you. And I said, I'll smoke it home. He goes, no, we're going to smoke it here. So I said, even better, I'll smoke it here right away, because once I saw it, I knew it was a Cuban cigar. And as a cigar smoker, when you hand you a Cuban, you got to smoke it.
How do you say no to that, right?
How do you say no? You can't say no. So muchas gracias.
And if I'm not, you're welcome. And if I'm not
Muchas
smoking this one,
thank you very, very
you
much.
guys know that, I mean, I love my own stuff.
Yep.
Here's my dad's cigar, which, let me just do a little shout out on this one.
Yeah.
This week, because somebody said, oh, you know what, you should talk about it. I said, I'm going to talk about it.
Serie Don Ramon.
Serie Don Ramon, dad's cigar,
Yes.
featured in the local paper,
Yes.
the North Pinellas edition of the Tarpon Springs Beacon. And I didn't make the first page this time, cover page, but I made page 2, which I think is pretty good.
Page 2 and 5.
Page 2 and 5.
Yes.
Special shout out to my friend Jeff Rosenfield for doing such a great story. I'll show you guys. Is it there?
Yep, it's there.
Yeah. There it is right there. Son creates a brand to honor his father. I couldn't have thought of a better way to describe it. That's exactly what we did.
That's true.
Here's my good friend and ex-Little League coach many years ago, Gonzalo and Narelis right here.
Yep.
They're in New Jersey. I'm going to go ahead and send them the video, so shout out to them as well. I love them very much.
So if you're looking for a great, creamy Connecticut cigar, Seri Don Ramon. If that's what you're looking for, an hour and a half, 2-hour smoke, if you have an afternoon that you really want to relax, enjoy a cigar who's also not spicy, it's a great cigar. Creamy, great creamy cigar. If you want something with more flavor, Flor de Tampa. You got Flor de Tampa. If you want something more creamy, you got Flor de Tampa.
What do you think about these new blends we're coming out with? I mean,
it's amazing, and everybody knows that I've been trying these. Thank you, because he's been.
I'm not paying this guy anything for saying
He's been giving me these blends to try out, and I've been trying them out. From the first one to the second to the third to the final blend, and
that was good.
They're coming out, and then for everybody to know, these cigars are not made overnight.
No, they're not.
They take us almost a year to make these cigars. So we put a lot of time into these cigars, a lot of tasting, a lot of back and forth. So it takes a year to get the correct blend or the right blend that we want for the cigar. So these are cigars, you know, they take quite a bit of time.
Thank you.
Quite a bit of work. So, I mean, just for people out there, don't believe that we just pick a cigar and go, oh, this is the one we want. No, we make the blends, we try them out.
We sample them again.
We like them, we don't like them.
We sample them more. And then finally we hit the one that we want, and then we make them.
Yep. So.
And it's funny because I kind of feel a little guilty about smoking something that's not mine, right? Here it is again. But
every now and then
in my industry, and I mean, I love cigars, I love what I do, but on top of that, we have to try other blends and we have to try other tobacco to know what we like and what other people. Cause I can't go off of what I like. You gotta have a myriad of different things. But I like to sample different ones.
And also to see how the other master blenders are doing. I mean, it's just it. You know, we'll smoke a Fuente, we'll smoke a Padron, we'll go with a Montecristo, or even with a Pepe Garcia. We'll go with different ones, you know, a Perdomo, just to see how they're coming, what they're coming out with, what's their blend, what are they going for, and to stay up to date on all the new blends and all the new cigars.
And I haven't finished smoking this one because this was earlier today. I just love Dad's label. Just want to show you guys again. I'm getting really great feedback from this cigar. I'm getting great results from it. I think Dad is helping me from the other side. Who knows? But I just love the cigar. I really do.
It's a product made out of passion.
Yes, it is.
And a lot of work. So that, you know, a product is. That's
you remember when I first made that? I said to you, I said, I don't give a shit about what it costs, the money. I don't care.
No.
Even if I lose money, I don't give a shit. But I'm doing it.
Yeah, that was.
And
true.
I did it, and it's worked out great. And I think that's because of the fact that I didn't do it for.
No, you didn't do it for profit. You did it. It was a work of passion, something that you wanted to come out great, because that's what you wanted to give to the public, great product, because it has your name, it represents you and your family and your heritage. So you had to make a great product, and that's why it took so long to make it. And just like a Flor de Tampa, we have out the first batch of it, but it's still taken quite a bit of while to get all the cigars, the boxes, and everything ready.
Sure.
It's going to take a while.
Yeah, there were some time constraints with the.
And then there's more name brands coming out, and stay tuned because they are coming out. And
you know something, I'm gonna use a catchphrase from a friend, which is Carlos Fuente. He always says, "You can't rush the hands of time." He's right. That's for starters. No. You can't rush into these things. And the other thing that he says, which I always say it too, so I don't know, maybe he took it from me. No, I'm just kidding. He always says it's about the people. It's not about the cigars. It's about the people, and he's right. And you know what? When they walk in here, for example, today before you came. This gentleman came in here. He's a Greek, local guy here. And he says to me, he says, I'm looking for some cigars I want to take back to Greece. I said, okay. So we walked in the humidor. Consequently, he bought 2 of our bundles. This is a Robusto Connecticut bundle. I call these the daily smokes. These are our daily smokes, our run-of-the-mill, just regular Serafin de Cuba cigars, right? Nothing wrong with them. I've been selling these for years. So he walks and he grabs 2 of these. And he says, where's the old guy? I said, my dad passed away. Yeah. And he says, oh, you got to be kidding me. I mean, his just like the conversation just took a whole different tone. Yeah. And he got really sad. And I said, well, you know what? I said, I miss him like hell. And he said, oh, because he would always take care of me. He was always so happy. And we had this really great conversation. And I gave him one of the cards, you know, from the funeral. Yes. And I gave him the one that my friend Milton painted in Cuba. Yes. Which I'll show you guys if you haven't seen it. But anyway. So we had this really great conversation, and then, you know, after he left, he said, I'm taking these back to Kalinos, to the island where most of the Greeks here in town are from. And I said, well, I hope you guys enjoy them. And I said, hey, you know what, thank you, and I'm really sorry to hear about your dad. And again, you see, it's this personal thing. It's not about the cigars. It's about the people.
No. Well,
Carlos Fuentes is so right about that.
You know about cigar smoking. It's
Look
more,
at the ash on this, by the way.
This is more than cigar is just not something that you light up and you blow smoke. This is a social event.
For sure.
This is a social event, and that's what when you you talk to people, you get to know them, get to know what they like, then you can recommend something, and that's what makes you good at this. Your dad really amazing, because once he loved
the interaction.
He interacted. He asked you what you like, what was close, and he would recommend something, and 10 out of 10 times he was right. Like, he was right. He knew
his stuff.
He knew his stuff.
And that's why when it came down to making a cigar for him, we went with this, because he loved the Connecticut blend. He loved the Connecticut wrappers. He was always like, oh man, look at that wrapper, how pretty it is. No veins. I mean, the construction, and that's what I wanted to create for him.
That's why.
Sure, we could have made something like this, but this is what he loved. And I remember every time I see this, right? And I mean, again, we can go on and on with all these stories.
No. But
yesterday, a good friend came in, Michael Frederici from Pittsburgh. Okay, he brought me these really beautiful glass cups. I'll go ahead and show you guys later, but maybe I'll send him the video. But anyway, Mike and his girlfriend, we spent some time in the humidor, and I showed them all the cigars and this and that. And they said, Arnold, with you, it's all about the passion. I can feel it. And I said, it really is.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I can't, even the store, people come in here, they go, oh my God, this is one. Listen, guys, this is just a humble little establishment. But if I said to recreate this again, maybe I wouldn't be able to do it again. Because these are just those things that you just, they're authentic.
The difference is that when you walk into the store, we just don't let you walk in and you can browse around and just look and not. We will ask you questions. Are you looking for cigars? What are you looking for? What do you usually smoke? Customer service.
Especially if the captain's around.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you for coming. No, but that's what that's what we do. We want to ask. We want to make them happy. We want to make sure they get the right product so they're happy. And
we want to make the right recommendation.
And we don't have any problem explaining to them about the cigars, talking to them, educating them a little bit about cigars, because we get a lot of cigar smokers that are new, that they don't know. So we got
and they're honest about it. They're like, look, we're not an aficionado, we're novices. What do you recommend?
And that's why we got to make more videos on how to cut cigars, how to light.
We did that one.
How to prepare your humidor, because
that one we got to do.
We got to do that one, because that's the most amount of questions they're asking. Where do I store them? How do I store them?
Man,
especially for the tourist.
Huh?
Yeah.
So well.
Especially for the tourist. That's
look
what
at yours. Yours is,
it's
show the camera. This is just
look. It's just amazing. Especially the tourists. They ask, like, we're going to be in a hotel for a week. How do I store the cigars? Where do I store them? So we're going to make a video and we're going to explain to you how to store them, where to store them, and how to keep them fresh and ready to smoke. But for that, you got to stay tuned.
That's right. Stay tuned for more. And just wanted to say, hope you guys have a great weekend.
Enjoy.
And it doesn't matter what you're smoking, enjoy it and make the most of it and cherish the memories.
That's true.
That's what it's all about.
Salud.
Thanks for watching, guys.